What we would love to share with you now is the purpose of life from our perspective. And this is actually a philosophy that was given to Karen many years ago, although she didn't realize she was channeling it at the time. But we gave her, it was one of her first downloads, this teaching about the purpose of life. And it's really much simpler than you all make it out to be. The purpose of life is threefold from your spiritual perspective. And we love to refer to this threefold understanding as the 3 E's. It makes it easy to remember. So the first purpose of your life is experience. You're here to experience yourself in this human form, in this physical reality. And many of you also in this particular lifetime are here to experience your return or your remembrance of yourselves as emanations of source energy while you are still in the physical. But every experience that you have in this physical body and in your other incarnations contributes to your evolution on a soul level. So every experience is valid. Every experience that you have in your life, whether you label it good or bad or positive or negative, is beneficial to you on a soul level. And when you start to see your life in that way, then you can relax a little and not try to control so much. Because again, many of you are in the mentality that you need to be controlling circumstances rather than just enjoying circumstances. We'd like to say to you that even in your darkest moments, in your most challenging moments, there's an aspect of your soul self that is enjoying that because of the contrast that it's providing you. And so that first E, experience, is a really important aspect of why you are here. The second E is expression. You are here to express yourself creatively. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that it's in the sense of you're a creative person, in the sense that you're an artist. It means that you're here to create the story that is your unique life experience. And in some incarnations, you do that somewhat unconsciously, meaning you create your life story in reaction to circumstance, not really realizing that you can direct thought and therefore you can, attract certain circumstances and create certain circumstances for yourself. But both are, as we have said in the past, both are valid. So you have some incarnations where you are not really aware of your power to create through the thought forms that you hold in your mind. And you have some experiences like this one you're living where you have more of an awareness of the power of your mind. Again, everything is valid. But you're here to express yourself, to express the energy of your unique soul blueprint through the physical form into physical reality. And there is such beauty in that. And then the third E within the 3 purposes of life is evolution. You're here to evolve your awareness, your consciousness, the energy of your soul. So as you go through that first E, experience, and as you go through that second E, expression, the result of that is that you evolve. And the evolution happens automatically, meaning there's nothing that you need to do. You don't need to hold dreams, desires, or goals in your mind in order to evolve. The evolution happens naturally as the result of the experiences that you are living and the ways that you're expressing yourself in physical reality. So that evolution is not something that you really have to be concerned with. That happens without your full awareness of it. But when you return through what you would call the death experience back into your full remembrance of your alignment with source energy, you'll experience that evolution that we speak of. You will come into contact with all that you have evolved into. So the reason that we've presented you this philosophy today is that if you can start to see your life from this more divine perspective of there's a reason why you're here to experience, you're here to express, and you're here to evolve. If you can start to see your life through that perspective, then these mental perspectives that we spoke of earlier that are often misperceptions will start to be repatterned. Many of you feel a sense of unworthiness because you don't know why you're here. So we have just told you why you're here, and maybe that will make it easier for you to go through life without that heaviness of wondering, why am I on this crazy planet? We are joking because your planet is not crazy. It is a beautiful place, but it is a place of high contrast, as we have said before, meaning there is the darkest of dark, and there is the lightest of light, and there is everything in between. And as we have said in our last session, that provides you the opportunity to choose. So within the context of that second E, which is expression, you wouldn't be able to create your life if you didn't have a palette of colors to choose from. So you need the light and the dark and every color in between in order to have a choice to create your life. So that is the purpose of this high degree of contrast in this particular physical reality that you find yourself in.